way back in 400 BC, they knew the importance that the spine had on overall health. Ever heard of somebody named Hippocrates? Ever heard of the Hippocratic Oath? The Hippocratic Oath is something that is recited at the end of medical school as an oath and a duty that you're going to have to your future patients. Hippocrates is known as the father of Western medicine. So in the medical field, Hippocrates would be the founder or father, if you will. Let's take a look at one of the quotes by Hippocrates that, even though he may have founded the medical field, is perfect for the chiropractic profession, which has an entirely different paradigm, but doesn't matter. He knew the importance of the spine for overall health. In fact, if you do the research on Hippocrates, and I have, you will find so many different quotes that he has on the spine and the nerves being so important, and their overall influence for health in the body. It is most necessary to know the nature of the spine. Most necessary to know the nature of the spine. One or more vertebrae, or spinal bones, may or may not go out of place very much, and if they do, they are likely to produce serious complications and even death, if not properly adjusted. Many diseases are related to the spine. Hippocrates, father of modern medicine. A couple things I want to address here. One or more vertebrae may or may not go out of place very much. Okay, this is in 400 BC. People weren't checking Twitter accounts in 400 BC. People weren't constantly linked to their email in 400 BC. People didn't have to run and gun through traffic and stress and smoke a cigarette and eat lunch in their car while brushing their teeth in rush hour in 400 BC. See, in 400 BC, people just kind of walked around, looked at the sky. What I'm getting at here is there wasn't a lot of stress. In fact, Johns Hopkins recently came out with a study that the children of today will face as much stress in a month than their grandparents did for their entire life. Think about that. So what was the stress levels like in 400 BC, okay? What I'm getting at is stress is one of the causes, believe it or not, of spinal misalignment, of subluxation, of inflammation and interference to the nerve system. Yes, because you're stressed, you should see a chiropractor. One or more vertebrae may or may not go out of place very much. In today's world, this is of epidemic proportions. It's not may or may not, it's just when and how frequently this is happening, okay? But back in their time, may or may not go out of place very much, and if they do, which in today's world it's when they do, they are likely to produce serious complications and even death over a long period of time. We're talking here. You're not going to die from a spinal misalignment tomorrow, but if a spinal misalignment's choking off nerves to vital organs over 40 years, probably going to be a lot better off if they're not doing that than having them doing that, yes? Okay, and if they do, they're likely to produce serious complications, even death, if not properly adjusted. We are not repairing anything in a chiropractic office. That's the difference between a repairment and an adjustment. Repairment is something a surgeon would do to a vertebra that's been shattered into pieces. We must repair it. An adjustment in a chiropractic office, all we're doing is simply taking the spine, which may have twisted, shifted, become misaligned any of a number of different ways, and we are putting it back toward a more appropriate juxtaposition, if you will, with the vertebra above it and the vertebra below it. We want the alignment to be as good as possible. Each adjustment you get actually improves your posture bit by bit. Believe it or not, I got a ton of research to prove it. Come on in, we can hang out. So this is just a poster that hangs above my desk and reminds me day by day why I do what I do. Hippocrates, super smart guy, everybody knows of him. Back in the time of Plato and Socrates and all these brilliant and wise people that were discovering all these things about the body, and a chiropractor is best positioned to help with these vertebrae going out of place, and I look forward to meeting you soon and helping you do just that.